Hey, what's up? John Sonmez from SimpleProgrammer.com. So I thought I'd answer a question about marketing. I talk a lot about marketing. I haven't talked about it in a while here. So I've cut out a little bit of this question here. I think the most important part, which she says here, I've studied marketing for years and the theme is always the same. Talk about the results you get, not what you do. For example, I help businesses build systems that save time and money. I agree with that. Do you find it's better to be, quote, the JavaScript guy or the ASP.NET MVC job scheduling programmer rather than going the results route? I can see someone searching for ASP.NET programmer, but not for reduced key employee risk consultant. True. Going the results route requires outbound marketing to specific companies rather than people finding you, so it's more work, but it's supposed to put you in a class of your own and therefore increase your rates. Do you have any opinions on these two styles of marketing yourself? Honestly, I'm finding the results method very difficult to get anywhere with, but every book, course, webinar, seminar, coaching program, blog, blah, blah, blah that I've read says it's the way to go. So this question came from, if you haven't taken it already, go and check out my free blogging course on how to create a blog to boost your career. And then I'll also say that another thing you might want to check out is my How to Market Yourself as a Software Developer course, also related to this. And in that I talk about specializing. In both of those I talk about specializing and the importance of it. And here in this email, it's mentioned that being specifically like the JavaScript guy or the ASP.NET MVC job scheduling programmer, very specific, versus being results oriented, which, again, a lot of marketing material tells you be results oriented. Don't be, I am, the person, I design websites. Instead be, I take your business and I can double your leads and increase your income by creating a high performing efficient site for you, right? You're talking about the result. I'll get you these results. People don't want a website designed. They want the results that the website gives them. So you figure out what the results are. The results are they want to make more money by having more customers, and that comes from designing the website, and you tell them that you deliver these results, and that's more valuable than just someone who designs websites, right? And that's the whole point he's saying, and so both of these things are true, right? They're not in contradiction to each other, even though they seem so. So what I would say that you want to do here is you want to be the specialist, right? You want to be the ASP.NET MVC job performance scheduler guy, right? The very specific type of thing, because that's what people are searching for in Google. But when they get there and you build that audience, you get people coming there, then you want to give them the results specifically that you deliver. They read your article, they see your expertise, and you say, yeah, I'm an expert in this, but this is what I do. I create this value for your company, right? When you hire me to do a job, I don't just know about this topic, but I can produce these results for you. So, and you can have multiple products that produce those results, right? So let's say that, for example, let's take the JavaScript example. Let's say that you build a huge community around JavaScript. You write a bunch of articles, you specialize in some area of JavaScript, and you've got all kinds of people, inbound marketing, coming to you, right? It's not very results-oriented. Very true. So it's not, are we not following the marketing principles? No, because what we're going to do is now we're going to take that audience and we're going to say, what kind of results does this audience want? All these people that have come in and are coming interested in JavaScript, what kind of results do they want? And I'm going to create different services and products for those people that are going to specifically deliver those results. And if you look at Simple Programmer, right, the way that I'm running this business, you'll find that it's somewhat similar. Now, I'm not very niche down. I'm not very specific anymore because I've kind of broadened out, and some of you may want to do that. But when you come here, I have a product, right? I've got a product on how to market yourself as a software developer. And what result is that? The name doesn't imply the result. Again, I wasn't as savvy when I first created this product as my first product. But the result is that I'm going to get you a better job. I talk about, when you look at the sales page on this, I talk about getting you a better job. I talk about, in fact, I have multiple results, right? I say, if you're a developer, I can help you increase your salary. If you are a developer and you want to be a freelancer, I can help you get clients to teach you how to do that. If you're an entrepreneur, I can help you build an audience to be able to sell your product. So those are the results that I'm offering, right? I've got another product called 10 Steps to Learn Anything Quickly, right? Again, this is another from that same audience of programmers, right? I'm taking and I'm saying, what's the result that a certain number of you want? Well, you want to be able to learn, right? To be able to learn, absorb information quickly. That is, again, that one is very specifically results oriented in the title, right? So that makes sense, is that I'm promising you this result. The ability to learn anything quickly, that's the result that I'm giving you. I'm not giving you, video course. it's that specifically on that. There's other services that I'll produce and products I'll produce that will be results oriented. So the key is that you attract people in by being a specialist in something. That's how you define and build a name for yourself. And once you have that, and once you have that audience, then you can pick specific results that you're going to deliver, and you can build services and products around that. If I were a consultant and I were trying to build my business, what I would do is, again, I would pick some specialty that I'm an expert in, and then I would look at that audience, and I'd even quiz that audience, and I'd say, hey, what are you guys interested in? What kind of results could I give you that you would love, that would benefit your business? And I would get that information, and then I would build services specifically and marketing materials specifically around that to market that audience, as opposed to just trying to do that, right? Trying to force feed that. You don't start there. You don't talk about the results, and people aren't going to search in Google for those results. You find the audience, and then you find out what the audience needs and wants, and then you talk to them in your sales pages and your pitches about the results that you're going to give them, and that's how you're going to be more successful. And plus, when you do it that way, you have more products and more services that you can offer. It's a larger array of things, as opposed to just one thing that might be hit or miss. If within my audience, within everyone that watches Simple Programmer and listens to the podcast and goes to the website, there's a ton of results that I could deliver for you, a ton of different products or services that I could create. There's an infinite number of those. There's so much depth there, and so I've got a lot of future business and growth potential. I can grow very, very large because of that. So anyway, great question. And if you've got questions for me about programming, marketing, fitness, whatever it is, or just a personal question, go ahead, ask me at john@simpleprogrammer.com. I'd love to answer your question. And don't forget, you can also send in a video. I do some video questions and answers if you'd like. And if you like this video, subscribe.